What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Just put some ones up if you hear me. Man, I can hear this. All right. We good. We are good. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Yeah, I'm on my way to Brooklyn right now. So, oh, wow. Shit, I didn't know I started off this late. Fuck. Shit, man. Anyways, well, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, I just wanted to get on and just put ones in. If you can hear me okay, you should, hopefully, you know, should be doing fine. Yeah, peace to everybody that came up in the building. But yeah, man, hit the like button as soon as you walk in. Share, subscribe, use this number, man. Share, subscribe, what's going on? Yeah, I just wanted to get on here briefly, man. Probably for a half hour until I get to my destination. But yeah, man. Listen, uh, did a live stream yesterday, but on y'all, I just fucked up. I just fucked up. I just pressed something I shouldn't have pressed. Hold on, y'all. All right. All right. What's going on? Midnight Green, by the Nation. Beautiful. What's going on? Look, the ADOS movement, you guys ain't getting reparations, man. I'm just going to say it like that. Y'all ain't getting reparations. That shit is not happening. Hold on. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, you dudes aren't getting reparations, man. That whole shit was a fraud from the very beginning. ADOS is a scam. ADOS is a full-blown scam. ADOS is not only anti-black, that shit is anti-black male. And I'm not saying that shit is an alphabet crew organization, but I think all the dudes who claim to be part of that is soft as hell. Yesterday, I did the live where, you know, basically I was like, have the people come on. And I did it at the behest of, you know, this one chick who kept coming on and uh what's her name? Rose something. And I said, okay, because she kept coming on. I think I was saying stuff about ADOS. I don't have the lives in front of me, but something that pertained to the ADOS or Black American Movement or whatever the hell it is. And I said, okay, you know what? We'll have a discussion on it Friday night. All right, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna set a time because I've never really done that stuff before. I'm gonna start doing it now. Where I plan out lives and because I usually just pop on and just do the lives, but now I'm just gonna plan them out. But you know, now she said, okay, I have time on Friday. And I wanted anyone from ADOS because I don't want this to be an echo chamber out here because when it's an echo chamber, you don't learn anything really. You just sit down and get a lot of confirmation bias. Um, and I said, okay, maybe we can sit down and we can come to some sort of agreement. The bottom line is this is not what your goal is. You don't want any agreement at all, but it's really much uglier than what I first imagined. I thought it was just, okay, we have our differences. No, this is something where I was listening to the Empowered ADOS Live. That's the name of the platform that was this chick Rose was on. But I'm going all over the place. Let me step back. So I said, yeah, okay, let me go ahead. I'll set up a live. Maybe some people from ADOS, because they're usually coming on live from time to time. Maybe they can come over here. I'll let them up on the panel because I'm never afraid to let people up on the panel and speak their piece, and we can talk. But turns out this chick obviously knew that this other woman was having her live the same time that I was going to have my live, and she never came over here. She never even stopped in for a second and said, because she's not a moderator. I don't think she's a moderator over there at all. So it's not like she's a moderator over there. She's just a person that, um, has those same ridiculous views. But these dudes basically, they're not about, they were never about getting reparations to begin with. And that includes Yvette Carnell. Yvette Carnell didn't want to push for reparations. And this woman, she never wants to debate it either. When has Yvette Carnell ever been in a real debate to fight for reparations? All she does, she tweets a lot and she talks on her platform, but she never has any opposing view. When have you ever seen her debate this shit? And you know what? And I'm wondering if this is true. We're gonna see if this is true. They're having a conference, an ADOS conference pretty soon, and word is, I gotta confirm it. Word is that Antonio Moore may not go there. All right, I gotta confirm. Let me confirm it first, because I think I predicted some time back that these two were gonna break up eventually. That these two were gonna break up, and probably in bad fashion as well. But we'll see. We'll see. But I don't think this was never, ever, ever about getting reparations. The ADOS movement, based on what I saw from that whole empowered ADOS and everybody on that clique, this is an anti-black movement, totally anti-black, totally an anti-black male. I'm not going to go out to say that it's a LGBT movement, but you know what? All the males that I've encountered that are part of that, they come off soft as hell. They just do. They're not about fighting for or going to Congress. I'm like, why don't these guys hook up with congressmen or with lawmakers? Because that was never the goal. That was never the goal to hook up with congressmen, to hook up with lawmakers. The goal was simply to grift. Because yesterday, when my live, I did like a 2-hour live, I kept waiting and I kept asking questions about the ADOS movement and why don't you do this? Why aren't you fighting for reparations? And no one came up. You had the FBA Nigel, well, it could be FBI, who knows? But this cat, how could you be FBA and be ADOS? And this dude shows his face, but he never comes up on platforms. I mean, I don't. your movement is so weak. What do you do? What's the movement for? What, to stunt on Caribbean blacks? So yeah, so basically, long story short, my live ended. No one wanted to come up, right? So I decided let me go over to that other platform over there and let me go to Empowering ADOS. And I went there. I was in and out of there a couple of times in my live, and they timed me out. All right. It's just soft shit. They timed me out for simply having an opposing view. So eventually I had to go on streaming. I had to go up on the platform myself. It was me, Pan Africanism Strikes Back was there, Knock Measy was there, three other chicks were on there. And I simply came on and I simply asked the question, um, how does going after, using the method you use, going after foreign blacks, how does that bring you closer to reparations? It's a fair question. How does doing that bring you closer to reparations? What does that do to bring you closer to reparations? How does bashing people that, according to you, this is out of your mouth, are weaker, that are running from it? How does that bring you closer to reparations? And her answer was, "What do you classify yourself as? So what are you?" I'm like, "I was born here," and she's like, "No, no, no. Who are you?" I mean, I what? So she wanted me to say where I was, where my family's from. All right. So I'm like, what does that have to do with you getting reparations? She just keep deflecting, deflecting, deflecting. All right, deflecting. And she said, "You're Jamaican, right? You're Jamaican." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, my family's Jamaican. What's the point? What's the point?" And Nakmeezy was on there like, just trolling. Why? I mean, what's the purpose? What's your goal here? But I realized there is no goal. All right, and they're so confident in their movement that she had to pull down the live. Why'd she pull down the live? It was something that got a lot of traction, but she made the live private. Why? Why'd you do that? But the movement, but I got enough out of the live. I took something. I should have taped the whole live. That's what I should have done if I knew you were going to do that. But things that she was saying on her live, telling you that white Europeans treat you better than black Africans do. You hate black people. You want Europeans to you basically want Europeans, you want to unite with them. So I'm like, wait a minute. If white Europeans treat you so well, they were saying shit like, when blacks fought in the war and we go over to Europe, they treat us so well. I'm like, oh, how come they haven't come and saved you? How come they're not pushing for reparations for black people? This movement, this is not a movement, folks. This is something where Yvette used it to get some dollars in her pocket, all right, and to um, eventually get consultant jobs. Her and Tone. And as I said, word is that Tone is not going to be at that ADOS conference. And if that's the case, I would guess that she's going to fall out with yet another dude, all right, who she rolled hard with. But this whole thing, this reparations movement, this shit was not serious from the get-go. And of course, the pimp, the fruity pimp, he just saw it as an opportunity. I'm not going to give him props for anything. He saw this as an opportunity. He's making money off of it. And for that woman to say, "Oh well, we don't set trip. We don't. Tariq isn't bigger than the lineage." Listen, why would you? You should be trashing Tariq right now, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that. This movement is about nothing more than self-hatred, hatred of black people, hatred of Africans, hatred of black men in particular. She eerily sounded like Carrie. All right. Carrie, who has said she's like, with this black American shit as well, but she is also anti-black male. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, I still have that live where she said that she feels about black men. You can't run from that. And then you're riding with someone like Cynthia G, who said that she would abort and she wouldn't birth any black men. I don't know how black men would want to run up into that bitch in the first place anyways, but the ADOS movement, it is a false, phony ass movement. It's a phony, it's a movement that is anti-black, anti-black male. All right. Never about reparations, because every time I brought it up, and again, she pulled it down. She made the live private because me and Brandon, we were giving her that work. They didn't have any answers, and they don't want to be exposed. Any logical person who listens to that will see that these guys are exposed. It's just total echo chamber over there. They didn't want any sort of opposing view. They're trashing See, this is the thing. You're trashing Pan-Africanism, right? Saying Pan-Africanism is this and that. You're trashing that. But as I've asked on the panel, I said, wait a minute. When has a group of Pan-Africanists gone to this government and said, you're not, black Americans shouldn't get reparations? When have any Pan-Africanists had a meeting with the president or had a meeting? And that's another thing. When I said, who's stopping you from getting reparations? These idiots said Kamala Harris. This is so, I mean, your arguments are silly. They're dumb. Well, Kamala Harris, she's Caribbean. Kamala Harris is not black. She's this white Indian chick. That's what she is. But then I had to bring up to her, I said, wait a minute. You want to name Kamala Harris, but who is the man that put Joe Biden in office? I don't know. These guys can't be that dumb. It was Clyburn, a black American, that put that man in office, and he chose Kamala Harris. Then they said black immigrants on the Congressional Black Caucus. But wait a minute. First of all, how many blacks on the caucus have immigrant background? A strong minority. Most of them are black Americans. Listen, stop bringing up reparations. Stop bringing up revolution. Stop bringing up that shit. You are not interested in doing any of that. Your whole goal was to get a job underneath the system. This is why your vet says, oh, just give us money so we can catch up. She wants a consulting job. That's it. That is it. That's it, man. She was talking about how she couldn't do lives anymore because she had that her equipment broke. I'm doing a live from my phone right now. From my phone. Listen, you got played again. It's like we keep getting used. We keep getting used. Right now, I'm putting Yvette and Tone in the same spot. I'm putting Tariq and Umar and Jay Morrison, all of them cats. This was nothing more than a finesse. This was nothing but a finesse. FBI Nigel, he probably was the guy, but they put something up there. I had screenshotted it, some stupid shit that they put up there, that I don't have the same smoke for my own country. But it is like you're doing everything you can so that you don't have to face your oppressor. I mean, this is what it is. Folks, this is what it is. You're doing everything you can to so that you don't have to face your oppressor. This is all it is. It's sickening. It's sad to watch, bro. It is sad to watch. Sad to watch. Really. Sad to watch. Sad to watch. I'm just gonna make a turn over here. I'm on the highway right now. I am on the highway. There's gotta be another Bank of America around here somewhere, bro. Definitely has to be. So hold on, I'm getting off the highway right now. I'm in the North. But yeah, you dudes, you don't. This whole reparation shit, it's a bullshit movement. You're not about reparations, bro. This was never about getting reparations at all, at all. Hold on a second. Let me. Nah, your movement. You're not getting reparations, bro. This movement was a fraud movement from the beginning. All right. This was that whole empowering ADOS platform. Go look at it yourself. It is an it's anti-black, anti-black. It's like it's like the radical. It's like a Cynthia G movement that's covered in black power. Hold on, I'm driving right now, so let me just see if I can stop for a second and see what y'all are saying. But yeah, listen, you guys were lied to again, bro. But whatever, you always lied to. You were lied to again about this, about reparations. You guys, now I see now. This was basically a finesse. This is why Yvette doesn't want to take any opposing calls or go to do any debates or shit. She's a hustler just like the rest of them, bro. She was a hustler just like the rest of them. Let's just see what y'all are saying. Let's see what y'all are saying. What's going on? What's up, Midtown Pookie? Nah, this did not. Talk about Caricom. I will talk about Caricom. I have no problem with doing that. But they keep talking about they keep talking about Caribbean. Go check out the site. Just check out the site. This is a site, hatred of black people. It's not confusing fighting. That's what I think. No, this is listen, they're an anti-black male. That's what they are, man. Anti-black. This is that's it. Listen, they're anti-black male. They've always been that way. Just look, go to Empowering ADOS. Look at what this chick is about. All right? Look at what this chick is about. All right? Light-skinned chick, she said it herself, light skin, long skin, stringy hair, and look at the images on her platform. All right? Dark black dudes that she berates because she hates black. It's an anti-black male platform. That's all it is. That's all this is, and that's all ADOS has ever been. Let's see. That's all in the same place. Bro, you don't have a movement. The ADOS movement is a bullshit movement. They're not fighting for reparations, bro. The goal of ADOS was to fight for reparations. That's what it was about. And I asked them directly. I said, listen, because I didn't go up there with any smoke. I just said, listen, how does doing what you're doing get you closer to reparations? That was the goal of ADOS. All right, that was the goal of ADOS. The Fund My Bank Account movement, we know that has nothing to do with reparations. That's about filling that dude's bank account. We get it. ADOS was supposed to be about getting reparations, but they took this to a whole new level. All right, but that shit that they said about Europe. All right, and again, they were wise to pull down their platform because, or to pull down that live, because how do you say that shit and not come off like the coon of coons? How do you do that? How do you do that and not come off like like a mega coon? That's all I want to know. How do you do that and not come off like a mega coon? She said, I'd rate. They said that when you go to Europe, they treat Black Americans so well and blah blah blah. Then how come you don't own? How come you're not in high positions in Europe like that? The hell with the you? How come they haven't put you in high position? What's going on with that? Listen, listen. This is, and they probably all got pink zaddies. All right, that's the sound of it. They all probably got pink zaddies, all of them. But it's crazy, bro. I just, I listen to it, and again, you can put them. She's hustling like Tariq, just a different method, totally different method of hustle, different method of hustle. And someone needs to ask her, what are you doing to move yourself closer to getting reparations? Go tweet her and say, okay, have you met with any lawmakers to bring this to the fore? She hasn't done that. She hasn't done that. Man, it's just like, how many different ways how many different ways can you get hustled? How many different ways can you get hustled out here? All right. It's already the white man has already hustled you. I mean, hustle is already like, uh, they don't have their hustle is already in a system. So it's like they don't have to do anything. They just let it work off osmosis. But Black people themselves, I mean, I just don't get how we didn't catch this at the beginning. But this is crazy, man. Crazy. Nobody wants to get together and like, who is she? She hasn't hooked up with anybody really. Yeah, man. I think I'm going to start trolling that chick. That's what I'm going to start. I'm going to start trolling her. I'm going to start doing more shit on ADOS because these dudes, this was all a lie. This was all a lie. You shouldn't even use ADOS anymore now, bro. Shouldn't even use it. And even this empowering ADOS, has she taken time to meet with Yvette Carnell or speak to her? She's in DC. She hasn't even had time to meet with the chick. Yeah, your movement is phony, man. It's false. Let me see if on a second, y'all. Let me do something real quick. Okay. All right, I'm turning it. That's fine. The co-authors of the CARES Act. Now, I'm not reaching to the moon. Go to Empowering ADOS. Go to that platform and see what that woman's about. Go to Empowering ADOS and see what that's about. But again, has this brought you closer to reparations? The answer is no. Hasn't brought you any closer to reparations, bro. Hasn't done anything. It hasn't brought you close to reparations at all. At all. All right? And I'm for Black Americans getting reparations. But just show me, as I asked the woman, and this is what they couldn't do. I said, give me an example of a Black foreigner stopping you from getting reparations or stopping you from progressing. They couldn't do it. I asked the question, Brandon asked the question, and they brought up Kamala Harris. And I brought up the person who put in Kamala Harris, and that is Clyburn. There are more Black Americans in in the caucus, the Congressional Black Caucus, there are more Black Americans in that. And it's not like these Black foreigners that they're repping. I've heard that, and you know what? I believe that she's not Black. The woman is not Black. Now I'm starting to see what. No, I saw it before, but you know, ACBN was pushing this and saying these multiracials are a problem. I think that he may have something. He may have something because this chick is multiracial. She's light skinned. She says she's like she's light skinned with long hair. This is what she said. So she's one of these light skinned chicks with long hair. Look on her platform. Look at all the dark Black images that she has on there that she's disparaging. So yeah, your movement is an anti-Black male, all right? Anti-Black movement. That's what it is, folks. That's all. And, you know, until you figure out a way to unite somehow, I'm telling you. Yvette Carnell, Black? Does that look like it's Black to you? There's nothing Black about Yvette Carnell, homie. Sorry. Ain't nothing Black about her, right? And as we all know, there ain't nothing straight about her either. Nothing straight about her either. Oh shit. Nope. I'm not even triggered anymore. I'm not even mad anymore. I've just realized what this movement's about. I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling at all. Just yesterday, and they pulled it down. They pulled down their live. She pulled it down because she knows she's embarrassed by the shit. Hold on, let me see if anything's even there again. Hold up. Let's see. Okay, empowering ADOS. Yeah, she put it. Go look at her platform, y'all. Look at this woman's platform and look at who she disparages. All Black people. All right? All Black people. And how do you roll with Tariq if you're ADOS? How does that even work? It just shows you that these dudes are confused out this bitch. How are you FBA in the least bit and rolling with Tariq Nasheed? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you do that? The man literally tried to kill your movement. Stop talking about reparations and all of that shit. And now this dude is fucking, selling ghost museums, man. Yeah, I'm triggered. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you listen to what she did not want, she is not about, this chick did not want to speak about reparations. I came on there, I just said, listen, I understand what you're saying, but how does this move you close to reparations? But see, when you speak about it, then all of a sudden, you just move on to something else. And those other two sisters, I mean, listen, she took down the live, but just listen to my live from yesterday. I'm even going to put, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put timestamps. And by the way, that empowered ADOS chick, Pookie, she and I were going back and forth on Psycho's channel. All right. We were going back and forth on Psycho's channel. I will find that live and I will post it up. This chick is crazy. Turns out she turns up on everybody. She turned up on Brandon. She turns up on everybody. All right. But she gave me those vibes, the same vibes that Carrie did when she was like, black men and everything. This woman is the same way. I think this woman hates Black men. She clearly wants a white zaddy, all right? And she's like an anti-Blackness. Just go look at her site, y'all. You know who she is? Yeah. Go look at her platform. I heard her voice. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I started to listen to her. I'm like, okay, she has it as an avatar, Angela Davis, lesbian light skinned chick. Let me just read it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she's on the board with the Member for Progressives for Immigration Reform, which has been identified as a far right. Yeah, I've heard all of that. I've heard all of that. Yeah, no, listen, Yvette Carnell, she's not going after reparations. This whole thing was a fraud from the beginning. It was a fraud. All right. And I'm gonna see, I guess I'm gonna confirm if Tone Talks is in fact not going to that that um that ADOS conference. I'm gonna see. I shall see. And if that's the case, that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, y'all. The ADOS movement is a bullshit movement, y'all. And thank everybody for coming in. Maybe she is, y'all. Maybe she is. Sable Doe, Midtown Pookie, Minister Kev, what's going on? Cool Cat. Yeah. Basically, listen, uh, Tariq, I told y'all about that museum, man. Told y'all. Y'all didn't listen. Midnight Green, what's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about other shit, but I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Um, that movement was completely exposed. No, I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna still check out that chick's site, but yeah, she's based. This is just go to Empowering ADOS, look at her thumbnails, and you tell me if this chick is not anti-black and anti-black male. All right. So yeah, that's it, man. So like, share, subscribe, y'all. I'll try to be back later this weekend, but yeah, that's all I gotta say, y'all. Peace out, y'all, and big up on yourself, man. Thanks for coming on. Go on.